I have good news and I have bad news. Which one do you want first? Well, I'm just going to give you the good news first. The good news is it rained. It rained for an extended period of time here in Sicily, and trust me, we needed it after the severe drought that we've been facing for the past few months. The bad news is that it rained really, really hard, especially around outside the Catania area in the Acis where we live, severe flooding. So that's the good news and bad news on my part.
4.2 inches of rain yesterday, 103 millimeters of rain. Aci San Antonio, Capo Molino, Acciaiale got flooded like you're not going to believe yesterday. And why did that happen? So what's with the flooding? Can you please tell me?
Well, a number of things. But first of all, the amount of rain, we got a water bomb. It's literally called a water bomb because it falls so fast and so much. And a lot of these pipes are old. And then for the past several years, we've had Mama Etna. And so, we've talked about this on this channel a lot. The ashes back up and then there's no way of cleaning it. And you can just imagine that the drainage is just terrible. So you had these areas that normally drain really well. The water just kept piling up and piling up.
Today when I went food shopping this morning while you were doing your Pilates, she does Pilates, I noticed on the road a lot more garbage than I normally see, and the reason is because of flooding. Okay, so there was garbage all over the place. I saw so many workers out there.
That's good news.
Picking up stuff. They have to because it just floated all over the place. It was crazy.
They canceled schools, closed, roads were closed. Even today, there's a little bit of rain today, but some of the roads remain closed. We didn't hear of any injuries, but of course, there were probably some destruction, not great for the crops. But like I said, the drought has caused several things to happen here in Sicily. First of all, my beloved artichokes, because of the drought, this is the first artichoke, and here we are at the beginning or almost mid-November. Usually artichokes by end of October. And the other thing is, guess how much one of these cost me last year? One of these artichokes cost me 30 to 50 cents. Today, Alfred got them from like $1.70 or something like that. They're pretty.
Look how
pretty
small
expensive.
they are. They look
and
like they've been run to death. They're terrible.
Now, here's another one.
On the other side of the story,
the pomegranates
are succulent.
Let me tell you what else the drought did. The drought increased the price of olive oil. Olive oil went up about €2 a liter. Wine has increased, the cost of wine. So, now this rain is a good thing because it, it gave a little bit of a barrier for the ground. So, things are beginning to look a little bit more lush and green, especially after the wildfires that we also had past 2 years.
Thanks God for the strength of the American economy right now. The last 2 days, the euro has fallen significantly. I think yesterday it was down to 1.8, which was terrific. And it's also going to be good for you when you come here. Your airline tickets will be much cheaper. The hotels will be much cheaper. The buses will be much cheaper. The restaurants will be much cheaper.
Although, just a heads up, even though the dollar is better because of this drought that I just spoke about, everything has gone up. All your foods at the restaurants, at hotels, the cost of everything has gone up here in Sicily.
Hey, for €3, you want me to show you what I bought, my major Christmas decoration for the year? I bought this at the Mercato.
That is really cute.
Let me just put it on for you.
Cost you €2. I know it's November and we're starting.
It's a fire truck holding a Christmas tree.
That's cute. All right, let's see the other one.
Made by the J.A. Pan Company. It's imported.
I thought it was the CHINA company.
Okay, it could be the China company. And this was €4. Last year I bought the red one, and now I bought the white one because you know how pure Esther is. And I bought this one.
You bought it with Vinny and Annette.
Right.
Who are two people Alfred's cousin, Annette, and Vinny. They did a 14-day, I believe it was 14-day tour with us, and you know, we arranged everything. I arranged the hotel, the drivers, the hotels, the drivers, the guides. And this morning, they just left, and this morning I got this beautiful note from them, very jet lagged. We had a great time with you and Al. The time we spent together was very memorable. We appreciate all the time and effort that you put into our trip. All the tours, guides, and drivers were exceptional, as were the meals that you planned. Looking forward to seeing you soon. A sincere thank you to both of you for your gracious hospitality. And this was my favorite, a dream vacation that we will never forget. So thank you. It was so lovely to have them here and share several meals with them, take them around, and meet some of their cousins. I met Vinny's cousins, and that's that. And then this week, it's just been crazy for me. I also had a few other private tours of people coming on a cruise in the province of Messina, in the port of Messina, and a couple were from Andover, and we had a lot of people in common. The other two were from North Carolina, and we had a lot of people in common. So it's just been a great touring season, winding down the touring season. So perfect time for rain.
I want to get back to my cousin Annette Messina Artizzoni. Okay, her married name is Messina. She's my cousin twice removed. Okay, and Vinny or Jimmy. Okay, when I knew him when he first came here,
It's the funniest story.
he was known as Jimmy, but there was a problem there, either understanding how you translate it, and in life now he's known as Vincento. His name is Vinny. However, they both grew up in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed sitting on my deck, having a drink, and finding out what happened in life to everybody in my neighborhood, because my cousin Annette, she's got a visual memorization of everybody who lived in every house, I don't know, within a block of where we lived. And out of all the people, her and Vinny and my cousin Al and Lynn, to me this year was very emotional for me, because these are my family.
I do want to say taking Vinny and Annette around was so much fun, and your cousin Al, and getting to know his family as well has been a huge pleasure. Now let's go get some pizza at a pizza place that makes it Napoletano. Actually, he is the chef, the pizza maker. Was a European champion of pizza making. So let's go talk to him.
Allora, questa è una funghi porcini col guanciale con crema tartufata.
You have no idea what this smells like right now. With the puccini and the guanciale.
Sì, con crema tartufata.
And then here they're making...
Questa abbiamo una pizza zucca con patate al forno.
Zucca meaning pumpkin.
Sì. Con patate al forno e crema di zucca e mozzarella.
Wow, that's a very interesting one. Crema di zucca, cream of pumpkin. E che formaggio è?
Mozzarella.
Mozzarella?
Sì.
E questa anche mozzarella?
Sì, sì, questa è una pataton con speck, mozzarella e patate. Abbiamo questa Nicola. Dai, che bello, faglielo riprendere così, che bellissimo.
There's the one with the eggplant, and this is the one with the extra cheese. This is a pretty big pizza napoletano type, huh?
What?
It looks like you had double cheese. So now I've never heard you ask for extra cheese.
You know why?
Why?
I haven't a clue. I'm asking you. Do you know why? Tomorrow morning for breakfast it'll taste awesome. Cold. I like cold pizza.
This is one of the desserts, Gran Caramel. Believe it or not, you can find this in a supermarket. It's caramel, and it's like a pudding, custardy type of a thing. It's really delicious. Buon appetito.
Tutto fresco.
Tutto fresco. Everything is fresh. They come right. This is the type of food. Buonasera. Buonasera. They bring the potatoes,
Onion.
and onions.
Onions.
See, bravo. This is why we come here. All local products and very fresh. Buonasera. Grazie.
Vediamo essere.
Ciao.
Ho un'esperienza di 48 anni,
48 years
per cui
experience.
porto la tradizione avanti. La tradizione è quella della pizza italiana, napoletana.
Napoli.
Io ho fatto un corso a Napoli specializzato tanti anni fa, nel 79. Io sono siciliano, però il mio maestro è stato un grande napoletano.
So he's Sicilian, but he went to school
Pasquale
in...
Esposito si chiamava.
He
Un
went...
grande pizzaiolo.
Let me tell you, this guy's pizza is one of the best. If you want true, good Sicilian pizza, you come here. Look at his red hair.
Allora, sono stato campione del mondo della pizza classica e campione d'Europa nel 2001.
Champion of pizza here in 2001. And this is where we have our pizza. Grazie.
Grazie a voi, vi saluto.
This place does some very interesting pizzas. And this is what you call lunch pizza. Although, again, Alfred does something he's never done before, and that is get vegetables on his pizza. But we'll see. Looking good. What do you think, Al?
Here's what I think, just 1 second, okay? Better than nothing. The name of that pizzeria that won all these awards is called Dentro a Mura. I guess it means hole in the wall.
Dietro a muro.
Excuse me, what's it called?
Dietro a muro.
Inside the hole in the wall. Inside the hole
Behind-
of the wall.
behind
or something
the
like
wall.
that. Behind the wall.
Keep doing your Duolingo.
Hey, I'm still doing my Duolingo, but it's it's an Archie Costello, by the way. Bernie Sapienza wanted to know it, so Bernie, that's where it is. But there are, in the surrounding area, there's so many different types of pizzas. This was, we said, is Neapolitan pizzas, which is thin. The typical Sicilian pizza, as you know, Esther, is much thicker. And the last shot you saw was of
Lunch pizza.
lunch pizza made by Conad. They have a delicatessen, which is terrific. And that one, the one on the left was covered with all sorts of vegetables, and the one on the right was simple margarita pizza. But I doctor it up. Sometimes I'll put anchovies on it, olive oil, and I'll put it in the toaster oven for a few minutes. But the point is this, all right, is that for $5, $5, all right, you can get a great lunch, and maybe $10, you can get a great pizza dinner. Either way, I mean, the pizza here is just, through the roof. That's
Yeah,
what I
and
wanted
then
to say
and then
about
you
pizza.
have the Palermo pizza. That's a whole different
one.
thing. They
It's
had
cheap.
some really, really funky toppings over there at the
Yeah,
Intramural.
yeah.
All right, what else are we going to talk about?
Well,
oh,
I have a new
the
segment
shop.
today.
The shop.
Oh, talk about the shop, please.
Go ahead.
T-shirts. Esther's gotten the link below our what do you call our shop, right?
Yeah.
Which a lot of people have been buying stuff. Why? Because everything is in the United States available for immediate shipment. all
We
right?
have hats, mugs, aprons, stockings, and I just put up 3 new designs saying Sicily, I love Sicily, and then Sicily with lemons. And you can get all types of stuff like hoodies, long sleeve shirts, all the stuff, caps and little bags and stuff like that.
So what you could do, if you want to send something to your Aunt Mabel in Duluth, Minnesota, you can make an order and it'll get shipped from you. And I think you could even put a little message there. Merry
Duluth,
Christmas.
Minnesota.
Duluth.
What about Calumet, Michigan?
Where?
Calumet, Michigan.
Calumet, Michigan, whatever. Any place like that. I begged Esther, because I had to beg Esther, to get me a shirt. I just wanted it to say Sicily, not, bells and whistles, nice.
Just Sicily.
So we have a beautiful
We got
one, and
2
I
of them.
wanted it in the colors of Mount Etna, which would be black, the T-shirt, and the red lettering, which is symbolic of Mount Etna, and then her lava. Okay? A lot of places here use those 2 colors in a lot of stuff, and I wanted to have. I hope she bought me 2. I'm not sure. Did you get me 2?
Did you ask for 2?
I asked for 2. Perfect. So it's
I got myself a lemon
available.
one.
What?
I got myself a
I know,
lemon
but you
one.
got yourself a hoodie, right?
No, I got myself a T-shirt,
Perfect,
a lemon
okay,
one.
so that's good. So it looks like we have a great group, and as we go along and we find more things that are interesting, we're gonna put it on
Or if there's something
that
you
you
want to
want.
see,
Right.
hello, message me. Hey,
Right.
you know what I'm doing tonight? You know what I'm doing. I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm going to go to Catania to an art show.
Who's
And-
Art?
Huh?
Who's
my
Art?
my Italian teacher's husband.
His name's
Fulvio.
Art? Oh, his name's Art?
Fulvio.
Oh, okay, Fulvio is having an
Fulvio.
art show.
Yeah, it's his opening, and I'm gonna go, and we may put it in this video or next week, but we'll see.
And while she's doing that, I'll be on Netflix watching Breaking Bad for the 13th time. No, I'm serious.
That's what we do.
All right, could I...
I work, and you.
That's what
relax.
I think. Could I introduce my brand new segment that I'm so happy about? Periodically, I'll do a segment for men. Okay, in the past I've done, not for women, or maybe really one for ideas, gift ideas, but as you know, I wear lots of different hats. So I'm going to call this,
Alfred's hat segment.
I'm going to call this, I'm going to call it hat couture. How's that? That means high fashion hats, okay? For men who are going to spend an extended period of time here, okay, not like a week. You don't have to bring a lot of hats, but if you're going to be here for a while, if you're an expat moving here, or if you're staying here for 3 months or whatever, you're going to need a minimum of 7 hats, all right? And let me explain the hats to you,
Okay.
because it's not just a hat. You have to understand,
It's a look.
it's bella figura. It's a statement, okay? So as you can see right now, I have a beautiful hat over here. This is now a fall hat and a winter hat, because it's made of a good material, wool and so forth. In the summertime, however, I won't wear this. I'll wear this hat here. Borsalino made out of seersucker. So you should have a winter hat and a summer hat, and also in the springtime,
This is my favorite one.
you should have
From
something
Ciao
colorful,
Daniel.
okay? Now,
Winesfromitaly.com. Ciao Daniel
yeah,
gave you that.
Daniel from Wines from Italy sent me this,
.com.
but I have about
Winesfromitaly.com.
12 of these. I prefer the hats from Italy, but I also like the ones from Ireland. They're just beautiful. I have 3 or 4 hats. So this is your first group of hats that you ought to have. Now, baseball caps or caps. You've seen me 10 million times wearing my, I wear this around town when we go food shopping. And you'd be surprised how many people have bumped into us and they point at us, and they point at her especially, and they ask us. And then I want to remember where I am and where I'm from, so I also wear my Austin Prep hat, and this one over here was given to me by somebody. This is a class of '68 hat. That's when I graduated from high school. Or my alumni cap from the University of New England up in Maine, which back in the day was called St. Francis College. Now
So
I do have
we
Red
should do
Sox
7
hats. I do have
Wait.
Patriots
We
hats.
should do 7 now, and next week introduce the other 7.
No, I'm almost done. In 30 more seconds, I'm going to be done. For the weather that was rain weather, okay, this is what they call a sine qua non, so to speak, that you have to bring with you. And it's a rain cap. It's one of these guys that folds up and
But
puts...
it's only rains here in
When I'm
November.
yes, but it's waterproof, and the best thing about these guys is that you can fold them up and put them away and take
So
them with you,
useful.
right. And then finally, in the chilly mornings, like right now in the mornings when I get up and she's snoring away, I will have my coffee outside on the deck while I'm reading my news online, but I wear my Bots hat, which was given to me by my daughter years ago. Jennifer, it's time for another one. And this guy over here is awesome, okay? So if you can find a Bots hat, B-A-R-T-S or bots.com, they're
Ooh,
great hats.
Do you guys hear that?
Yeah.
You hear it? Wait.
Oh, it's
It's
starting to rain now.
raining.
Now, of course, on another segment, I'll do regular hat, the fedoras and things like that. But these are like basic, because you can't come with just one hat. I mean, you could, but,
Listen, here's what I know.
You have to be a connoisseur.
Your typical Sicilian will wear this hat right here. These
Yeah.
hats right here. That's
Yeah.
your typical, what is this, a marone? Give me the other.
Oh, that one there. All right,
That
you
one.
those
So
are the
that's
ones you
your
like.
typical. You want to be Sicilian, bring 1 or 2 of these, and that's it.
And you
Are you all set?
You can buy these. You can buy these too. There's a
Here,
place in
you can buy
Boston,
'em
by
here,
the way.
too.
I don't even know these people. It's called Boston Hatter. I have a good friend of mine that he buys all his hats. I have had it with this fella over here, but any type of fedora,
Yeah.
whether you got to do a pork, a short brimmed cap or a big brimmed cap, Panama hats and so forth. They give the all things hats or
Now, here's my
Yumi in
suggestion.
Sicily 5-star award, Boston Hatter.
Now, here's my
Terrific.
suggestion for women and men. These are all very stylish, but if you're going to come here in the summer, make sure you bring a sun hat. You want to be covering up your face, your eyes especially.
point.
So,
Yeah.
these are good for fashion stuff, but, I like the rim stuff that protects us, protects the face and, protects from the sun. So this is what type of a hat, women, you want to have covering your face. This is what I wear in the winter. Anyway, that's our segment on hats.
That's like a felt hat, and she looks really stylish in it, and she kind of builds a little mini wardrobe around both hats. And a hat's an important thing for a guy that's my age,
Normal Sicilians,
Wear
everyday
hats. Everybody
Sicilians
wears hats.
will not be wearing sun hats, or you pretty much know if it's a tourist if they're wearing the big hats. Usually they're
The only
Sicilians
thing I
will
can
wear.
caution you with, all right, my own opinion, all right, do not go to one of the big box stores in the States. And, I would never mention, for example, like Target or, heaven forbid, I would say Walmart or any of those stores, and buy the cheap imported hats. Number one, they look lousy on you, and compared to a good authentic hat, blow you away. Buy a good hat. I mean, hats are important. It's a statement. As I said, bella figura.
You know what it is?
It's part
From
of the
head to
statement.
toe. It's your hat and
Yeah.
your shoes. They say a lot, but who are we to tell you that, guys, this? All right, what's happening this week? Next week, I'm going back to the States for a few weeks, so we'll be reporting from there. We'll be doing our segments from there. If there's something you want to hear, if you want us to talk about, maybe we'll do a Q&A, maybe we'll go live. What do you guys think? We haven't done a live in quite a while, so we're going to plan on doing a live next week on Sunday from Sicily and the United States.
I'm looking.
Oh, and by the way, I don't want to forget this. Our May tour, Grand Tour, is almost sold out.
Next
Our
year.
West Coast tour is sold out, or maybe one more room. Our end of June, beginning of July, plenty of room in October, and maybe some in September, but not sure about that yet. And you can get all this information www.youmeetandsicily.com.
Hey, I'll tell you one last thing before we go, okay? I want to give a shout out to my friend Michael Kaufman. Attorney Mike Kaufman.
I can't wait to see them
Well,
during Christmas.
let me tell you what he did, okay? And of course, his wife Jen, I just love her too. They're from the Washington D.C. area. He's a Sicily-phile. He's a good friend of mine. He recently updated my Infinity Mission screenplay, which was a great story. I gave him a copy of it to read, asked him what his opinion was, and when he was flying home last year, he read it, he flipped out about it, and he asked me for permission to put some more historical stuff, and I said to him, hey Mike, do what you want to do. So he sent me my own screenplay back that has motivated me,
Good.
and it's motivated me, but I'm going to also include Michael's name in the title.
As well he should.
Yes, and then I'm going to try to peddle it. This has motivated me to peddle this because there are people that will
It's
definitely...
very interesting.
What?
It's very interesting.
It's
a
a
very
great
good book.
story, and Michael, I want to thank you for the hard work that you did. It
Yeah.
just blew me away, so I wanted to say that. And
It's
then,
a very good story, and he just made it even better. You know what I have to go now? Besides editing this, I got to go stuff these artichokes for dinner. So,
I don't. I
on
just have
that
to
note,
eat them. I just have to eat them.
thank you so much for watching, and thank you for supporting us. And we'll see you on another video of You, Me, and Sicily. And let me turn it around and listen to this rain. Ciao.